Hello, YouTube. Chapter 1044 is out, and I am losing my mind right now. So, before I talk about the hype and everything, I'm going to talk about what happened in the middle of the chapter, which, it was very well set up, honestly speaking. I was wondering for a while that if Oda's going to reveal Luffy's fruit, and if he's going to get his awakening, and we get to see everything, and then we get to see a glimpse of the fight, how would Oda transition? There has to be something in between the fight where Oda sort of takes a break from the fight and not reveal too much. So bringing in Orochi and Hiyori at the fight was perfect. Was just perfect. We see two of the villains facing off against two of the arc nemesis of the arc, and it's so well done. We get to see Hiyori expressing her anger and hatred towards Orochi for the 20 years that she has suffered through, and it's so good to see as a reader all that feeling come out right now, and her will to exterminate Orochi any way, shape, or form. So, and I mean, look at it this way: she is the only one who has seen Orochi directly for the last 20 years, has seen all the suffering. Everyone, yes, okay, look. Yes, others were there for the 20 years. Some of them been to prison, some of them were in hiding. But for Hiyori, as a baby, to absorb all that information, she was a toddler. She was a child at that time. And for her to see all that pain and suffering for the last 20 years, and now 20 years gone by, and now we get to see her properly expressing herself for all the things that has been done to her family being killed, having no friends, having her father tormented like that, having people of Wano killed. I feel like it feels great to see something like that. Like, it feels great to see, like, revenge, just pure revenge from a child that didn't really want this, and it didn't really need to happen. So that was very well set up. What's surprising about that transition is the arrival of Kanjiro. So I didn't expect Kanjiro to alive until Orochi was dead, or maybe Kanjiro would never arrive because he's dead. Well, he's not, which I'm a little upset with, but can't complain. So he came in. I expected when Kanjiro came in, I was like, okay, there's a reason why Kanjiro is here. I don't think Kanjiro would be taking care of Hiyori. Even if he was, we would have probably seen Denjiro back, and then we could have seen those two fight a little bit, because he hasn't been popping up for the last few chapters, and we were wondering where he was, where he is still now. So Kanjiro coming in and attacking Orochi instead of Hiyori was a little surprising at first for me. But if you think about it, I think it's all about influence. This arc has always been about will and influence. Kanjiro, as much as he says that he's been acting, it's all a setup, it's an acted plan, I'm just acting, it was never true, nothing was ever true, I never considered you guys my friends, I never considered Odin to be my lord. But deep down inside, he did. He felt at home. He had friends, he had companions, he had people who cared for him, he had a leader who was strong, ambitious, who was willing to sacrifice everything for them. And I think it hit him. That maybe I shouldn't be like this. Maybe I shouldn't be acting. I consider myself to be a part of the Kozuki clan, and I want to avenge Lord Oden for whatever he's done for me. Maybe that's the pinnacle of Kanjiro's character, and I feel that sums it up very well. For someone who's been acting all his life, for someone who's been tormented for no apparent reason, for him to go and backstab Oden, backstab Nine-Red Scabbards, and to finally realize that maybe I'm being a little too harsh on them. Maybe what I'm doing is wrong, and I need to avenge myself. And that's what he did. Before I die, I'm going to do something that will help Wano, that will help my friends, that will help the only family I ever had. So that is a very good way to end it for Kanjiro's life. That is a fitting end. It was very well done. Now, talking about Luffy's fruit. So, first things first. Gear 5. It was expected because I said in some of my posts in social media that Luffy would have, even if it's an awakening, Luffy would call it Gear 5 because it's the Gomu Gomu no Mi, Go is 5, and 5 gears makes a lot of sense. Perfectly well placed for Luffy. For someone like Luffy to be thinking about gears. He doesn't care about awakening. He knows it's something, but he wouldn't call it awakening. He would call it Gear 5. It makes sense. It's good. It's all good. So about the fruit, predicting the Hito no Mi is very hard for the community. No one would have guessed it, but we should have guessed Nika. We should have guessed some sort of a Nika fruit. I mean, something related to Nika. And I'm so glad that it's not Monkey King Wukong or Hanuman. If it was the Jushi no Mi, I wouldn't mind it, but this is fitting. Even if we tried for the next 1 month to predict the devil fruit, we wouldn't have done it. We could have never done it. Oda just did justice. And it goes to show, time and time again, the community cannot beat Oda on the expectation and the way he delivers his manga. We just can't. Every theory we put up is just, overlapsed and just done better in every way for Oda. And we can't fight with him. So, following that, we knew it was rubber. We knew it was, maybe it is a special Paramecia. It is a mythical zone. I called it in the truth about the Gomu Gomu no Mi. Although I was wrong in many aspects, maybe. But I'm not exactly sure because I'll come to that a little later. I called the mythical zone. So I said in my video that it could be 3-in-1. Mythical zone, Paramecia. Mythical zone, Paramecia, and Logia. So it could be the case. They call it mythical zone because it's a human fruit, and Luffy can change forms, and that sums it up very well. For Paramecia, it's rubber. For Logia, though, I'm not sure what's going to happen. I think we haven't seen the full extent of Luffy's powers. We've just seen a little bit of what he can do because we know that he needs to train with the awakening form. For him to get used to it, for him to achieve more, for his imagination to grow. I think we need to see more of it, and I think there's something else missing that would just finish up the fruit in a very good way. That, I don't know how Oda's gonna put it, but I think there's something else missing that Luffy would figure out by himself, as he always did. Following that with what he did with Kaido, I mean, it's crazy how this insane chapter where we get this awakening, where we get the best, probably the craziest devil fruit in the world, and Oda just shows us comedic elements of his art style by, Luffy spinning Kaido around in the comedic cartoon effect. It was very good. Very well done. I mean, I laughed so hard. So Kaido is surprised. He is definitely surprised, but I thought he'd be more surprised. Because for someone to be alive after his heartbeat being stopped, Kaido should have been more surprised, but he's not. And apparently he didn't figure out that Luffy's Joy Boy, which is not unexpected. Because Luffy doesn't even know he's Joy Boy. And, okay, one thing that's been dealt with is Joy Boy didn't take over Luffy's body. It's all about will. And I think it's gonna continue. Kaido will know at some point through Momonosuke or Zunisha maybe, I don't know. But thank God it's not possessed or it's not reincarnation or anything possessive. Like no one possessed Luffy and no reincarnation. It was very well done. Thank you, Oda. Thank you so much. And it's just perfectly placed. I think there's more to come for the next few chapters. We're gonna get, I think, 3 chapters back to back with no breaks. It's about to be fun. And this is the pinnacle of One Piece we've gotten so far, and I'm loving it. As for Luffy's mysterious form, as usual, we expected that if it's an awakening, he can turn anything into rubber, which he did. He turned the ground into rubber, he bounced back the Borrow Breath, and we could see that Luffy's hair is on fire. It's on fire. It is literally the color pages show that it's on fire. I don't know how to explain that really. Like, what does rubber have to do with fire? How can he generate fire? That is very unexpected. I'm going to talk about that in the future video. That's one thing to think about. Let me know in the comment section below. So, and following that, Luffy is laughing. He's laughing a lot. You've never seen Luffy laugh so much in a fight, but he's laughing too much. This is very weird. And I think Luffy's laughing because Nika is grin, and Laugh Tale is laughter, and Joy Boy. Everything rounds up. Laugh Tale, Joy Boy, Sun God Nika is smile. I think everything adds up. Luffy's having fun. He's experiencing a new life. He's literally experiencing a new life. He's never seen this before. He's feeling the drums of liberation, and he gets this completely new feeling that he's never had before. Feels crazy to us, feels crazy to him, and I think that is why he's laughing so much, because he's never done such crazy things. He hasn't even seen his opponents do some crazy things like what he's doing right now. Getting into Gear 3 whenever he wants to. He can now turn the ground into rubber. It's insanely crazy, and, well, I couldn't ask for a better chapter. I couldn't ask for a better follow-up. Thing I want to end on is on the fact that I think Kaido still has a little bit more of his sleeves, and I think we sort of unraveled another mystery about the Yami Yami no Mi. That's for also another video. And for now, that is it. Looking forward to the next chapter, looking forward to more theories. We only have a week, maybe a little less, to theorize whatever we want to, but that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope you guys enjoy the chapter. Thank you, Oda. Thank you so much for such a good delivery. Until next time, see ya.